Hello, hello everybody. Oh, I am totally not just after running downstairs real quick to get 2 bottles of water filled. I was totally here the entire time, I swear. So today I don't actually know what we're gonna do. Got the bales picked up last night off camera, and I found somewhere to stack them. And I've done some expert level bale stacking. Look at oh good lord. Look at this. So you can fit bales 9 high in here, as it turns out, which totally isn't a terrible idea. But yeah, I've got a 9 high stack going for most of the shed now. Hey Paul. Crumble Witchy Dal. Who else is here? Farming Man. I'm sure there are others that I'm just missing. Chris Blackman's here as well, I can see that. Twitch Phoenix. Darth, hello. So what I'd like to do today is harvest field 45, which is... When did this grow? I'm surprisingly okay with that. But first I've got to tab around to... Oh my god, I have too much stuff on here. To this. And get it going on the Field 28 Courseplay course. Start at the next closest waypoint. Hopefully this won't derp. Be nice to me. Stop, what are you doing? Lower the Courseplay. The entire point of you being on Courseplay with the Courseplay is that you use the Courseplay. You don't just drive off with it up. So wow, this is missing like nothing. That's kind of impressive. How was my sandwich? It was delicious. It was 6 slices of corned beef per side. There's the lovely case wheel loader. And I have to thank everybody who sent me the link to the same thing yesterday, which entertained me so much. I got like 7 or 8 messages, all with different links to this, the Rhino Rake, which I tested last night. I'm not 100% convinced by it, but I'll probably use it a little bit. See you, Twitch Phoenix. I'll probably use it a little bit. It's quite good. But, we need to get some straw. Where did I get the Courseplay? It is in the Big Bud pack. I need to fix my wheel a bit because I forgot to do that. Because I was in a rush. You want to open up? You get... There we go. Steve. Mod list. I don't have one. I keep meaning to make one, but I don't have one. If you search Rhino Rake... or go to, is it FSAMC dot, I think it's .com. You can download the Rhino Rake there. It's where a lot of people are going to get American mods. Please tell me this thing isn't gonna chop straw. Please just drop the straw. I need straw for bales for cows. There we go. Hey, Hick1, how you doing today? Harvester's thick. It is indeed thick. Thick green boy. Cheese pasta. I want cheese pasta now. Even though I just had 2 sandwiches with like 6 slices of corned beef in each. I want cheese pasta. It's on Trailer Park Farms Facebook as well. Yeah, it's on pretty much every mod site under the sun. I got links to what was it? LS. There's FS17.lt. Scum Hub, of course. FSAMC. I didn't get a link to Trailer Park Farm's Facebook though. But I got links to a few different sites last night, all pointing me towards the Rhino Rake, so downloaded it, gave it a try. It's not too happy with terrain response, but I think I might be able to fix that. The other problem that I kind of have with it is a bit more ingrained, and that is I don't feel like it unfolds enough. And I don't know if I can get around that. Now I do have a backup American machine in case I decide I strongly dislike the Rhino Rake. That I will use if needs be. So I think it's about time we turned off the money cheat and turned down the walking speed. So there we go. We're actually at 20,000. Ever the virus from FarmSim mods? Not that I can recall, because I'm very careful where I download from. You think it's meant to unfold like that? I think it's supposed to be a bit wider. They tend to be just looking at videos of V-rakes. They tend to be a bit more splayed out than the Rhino Rake gets. Like, I know they work by pushing it backwards, and the whole backwards pushing is what makes the V. I'm also not happy with how the work area actually works on the Rhino Rake. It's a bit silly. You never use Mod Hoster. Mod Hoster is kind of in the middle between the dodgy sites and the good sites, I think. Hello, Aero. How are you doing today? Do I like Mod Hoster? I'm kind of in between it. I'm undecided, to be honest. Like, there are some really good mods on there. There's some really good modders that only upload to Mod Hoster. But at the same time, they have been there is no testing on Mod Hoster. If you upload a to Mod Hoster, no matter what the file is, they will accept it. It's all German. You know that you can go to modhoster.com and it'll be in English, right? I'm doing good, Eero. Thank you very much. Hello, S Farming TV. How are you doing today? Mod Hoster you can use in English. The big issue I have with those, it doesn't test mods, doesn't check. Like, it actively claims that its job isn't to check that mods are not stolen, that the mods are not, or the mods are functional, that, you know, it just completely disregards what it should do as a mod site. Or any duty of care to the people who use it. Which is why I try to avoid Mod Hoster if I can at all. Hello, Jose Manteja. Or Maneta. Good lord. I'm reading your name so badly it became Spanish. I'm sorry. Hello, Baron Lodge. What do I think the dodgiest mod site is? I don't need to think. I know. It's ScumHub. ModHub.us. Forbidden mods is okay, there's some stolen mods on there, I know, but by and large it's okay. Hello, Linus. How are you doing today? Did I remember to refill this? Hey, I did. I feel properly American harvesting wheat in me John Deere. This is gonna stop at the most awkward position possible, isn't it? This is gonna fill it. Yep. So I forgot to put a tractor on the front of the. Did I forget to put a tractor on the front of the thingy? Where's the Americanator? Oh, that's the one that's harvest. That's, yeah, on the Gold Cloud. So let's get the... Sorry for all the tabbing. The 7R on the front of it. On the front of the auger wagon. How do the temperatures say? Lower! It's very humid though, so it feels actually really warm again. It's only about 22, 23 degrees. Let me just check my phone. Oh no, it's claiming 28 again. Never mind. It was cooler earlier. What's the interior like in the Combine? I'll show you that when I tab back over, or when I get over there. It's quite a nice TMCC, I'll be honest. It's a Combine that I would recommend for Lone Oak. Only 17 mAh. It was... I looked at my phone earlier and it was reading 20, and now it's 28. Which would explain why I'm beginning to overheat and why it just doesn't feel comfortable. Oh, I was gearing up for like a 20 degrees Celsius stream. I'm gonna just get ahead of the curve here. 36 degrees Celsius in the mid-eastern US. See, it doesn't sound too hot to you guys. 28, you know, 27, 28, 29 degrees. Because you're used to probably a bit hotter than that. But for Ireland, 28 Celsius is... You know those days where it's like 120 degrees or something really stupid like that? Is there a USA version of 7R? Yes, it's on FSAMC actually. I just didn't download it because I didn't feel like downloading it. Let's move this... No, move this just around to the side of the oak so that it's not in the way when I'm harvesting. 23 degrees in Durham. Yeah, I seem to be in one of the hotter places today, which is kind of nice, but at the same time not. So this is the interior to the Combine. It's... Oh my god, the fish eyeing. Oh god, the fish eyeing. Just set FOV 65, please. There we go. Less fish eyeing now. So this is the interior. It also gives me a slight zoom. It's pretty well detailed. It's really nice. This is by Custom Modding. Over on Facebook. Don't fold. I pressed the wrong button. I'm in a part of Ireland where there's a hose pipe and... No. Anyone watching is a girl. If Fahi's here, she's a girl. Window putty's been melting. Crumble, the roads have been melting here. Fahi's been sending me pictures of his road melting. Am I on an Xbox? No. No, 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 no. I only play on PC because I am part of the master. No, I play on PC because I prefer PC. It's a lot easier to do YouTube if you just use PC and play PC games. Irish Road is different. It is, because they're so lazily made, and every time it's warm the tar decides to come out of them, and it's hilarious. Until the winter when people start dying. But yeah, Fahi's, the roads up by Fahi are now slick with tar. What on earth? Your grill is melted to the patio. Yeah. Things over here just are not are not meant for warm days. They have a habit of doing the melty. It goes for people too, apparently. Can you join me? No, I don't do multiplayer, Logan. I did do multiplayer. I did do public multiplayer before, and it was just a pain. And over time, I've come to despise the sync screen more and more and more and more and more. To the point where I'm just flat out refusing to play multiplayer while it's in. Like, it shouldn't be in a game in 2018. And from what I've been hearing, it's going to be in FS19 as well. Let me ask my computer if it'll let me play multiplayer.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
No, computer says no. Your wheels over. Wheels or tires don't melt until I think it's about 300 Fahrenheit or something like that. Someone can't take a joke. Oh dear, oh dear. Hey Wilson Agri, how you doing today? Should join a random online server and change my name so people don't know who it is, make a video out of it. We did that before. Back in FS15. Banky, who used to do YouTube and has apparently quit since, and I'm not spoken to for an age. Somebody made a server claiming to be him, so who came out? I think it was me, Landy Kid. A bunch of us came on anyway. I can't remember who exactly it was. And we just completely tore the server to shreds. He bought a single chainsaw for us. This is on Bjornholm, remember, so... Or I should point that out. This is on Bjornholm. So that, you know, there was a lot of trees around the main yard. We deforested Bjornholm in about 20 minutes. Then he banned us. Just because we put on this super serious face, well, vaguely serious face in my case, but because we play Farm Sim vaguely seriously, doesn't mean we don't know how to troll people really hard when we want to. The fact that we play Farm Sim for thousands of hours means we know every mechanic in the game, pretty much. And we can abuse them. We can abuse them really hard. Basically, it's still too hot, way too warm. Yeah, Daggerwin's done it in a video. I could do it, but I just can't. I don't really want to play Farm Sim all that much. Or go on servers. I don't like servers in general. They're either way too serious or not serious enough, and there's no middle ground that I like. I'm loving how music this good is free for me. Like, this is why I use Pretzel. This song was really nice and I like it. And it's free. Can I tab this way? Ha ha ha! What fields do I own? 34, or 44, 35, 45 and 28. I bought field 28 a couple of days ago so we could do a harvest of crops, soybeans. 35, 44 and 45 are your starter fields. And it looks like 28, 32, 33 and 34 can all be merged into one super field if you really want to. Possibly even 42 and 43. You can, if you want, and this is kind of a thing you can do, you can merge fields together into super fields on this map. You have a fan right next to you. I am jealous. I have an open window that's leaving in a reasonable breeze. Should probably put the pipe out in the ogre wagon, but I remember what happened yesterday when I put the pipe out. Oh, the combine's being fussy again. I haven't fixed this trigger yet, so it's not really a great surprise. Is it? Will this please you, Combine God? No. You want to be further in, don't you? You want to be right over to this edge, don't you? Will this please you? Yes, it will please the Combine Gods. Let's get the pipe out on this. Let's grab the truck. I'll put this away real quick. The clicking you can hear is my keyboard, because it's a bit easier to do short bursts on keyboard than it is with the wheel. What did that get stuck on? Why is that stuck on? Can you adjust the raycast on the auger? Yes! In fact, it's probably just a trigger adjust that needs doing to make it a bit bigger so that it'll spoot a bit easier. I'll probably find if I open that in GE that the trigger is actually pointing backwards slightly, which it shouldn't be. Clickety clack, the keyboard is back. There we go. Back to the wheel. If you didn't guess, I've got a mechanical keyboard, which I like having very loud, because that way everybody knows I've got a mechanical keyboard. I am proud of my keyboard. This truck is doing a bit of a drift. I can just... Yep, it is drifting ever so slightly. Hello, Matthew. It is just ever so slightly drifting around every corner, and it's kind of annoying. I'm gonna try and get this so that I don't get the super speedy wheat unload, and I get the good wheat unload, because it looked dumb yesterday. It still looks dumb, but it looks less dumb now that it's actually being spooted into the top. Am I using a graphics pack? I'm using Reshade, which a lot of people are taking up now, and one of Reshade's... Let's just get this hidden for a second. One of Reshade's party tricks is I can do this. And turn on blur. So that as I drive around, blur is on. Bottom blur is on. Bottom blur is off. Bottom blur on. So you can drive around and it looks really good on certain maps. This is one of the maps where it looks... Well, you can see how good it looks just there. Absolutely fantastic. Where does one find Reshade? Is it reshade.me? Is the website you download Reshade from, and then you're kind of you're on your own trying to find INI packs for it, because there's a million of them. How come BulletBill start you off on Lone Oak with grass? If you think about it, Barn Lodge, you can use grass to make silage. You can use silage to get a lot of money really quickly. Or you can... I think it's him trying to hint that maybe you should start off with cows. Because sometimes map makers, the way they start you off will give you a hint as to what they would like you to do on the map. And what their intentions are with the map. So he gives you 2 grass fields and 1 wheat field. Those 2 grass fields, you can do 1 field of silage, 1 field of hay, and then you got a wheat field which can give you straw. That's enough to get cows going. With cows going, you're getting money every day. Also, yes, in real life they do wheat and grass seeds. But, the way Lone Oak is map-wise, it's kind of a hint that cows are probably a good way to go on this map. And myself and Landy have unintentionally, because I started this not knowing what Landy's plans for Lone Oak were, unintentionally doing pretty much the same thing. I've got 100 cows, he's got 1,000. Although, I think he might be reducing his cow numbers because it's a bit silly. Is Dave going to make bad jokes? I always do. Can I show the interior of the Combine? Sure. Please tell me this locked at 65. Yes! This isn't the actual FOV of the Combine itself. I've locked the FOV down a bit using command line. Because I don't like... I really don't like when Combines have fisheye in them. But this is the interior. It's really quite nice. Do all these gauges and stuff work? They don't at the moment. I get the feeling that's just a beta thing, that they will work in the future. I've been missing wheat. How much have I missed? Oh, just a tiny little patch. How does he manage 1,000 cows on his own without cheating? Well, he's going camping for 2 weeks, and probably next week he's going to be bored of camping and start playing on his laptop. So he might well do some off-camera work on Lone Oak and get everything ready for the animals. Try to use the equipment the bill starts with. Oh, good lord, no. You'd need to double Courseplay this field for sure. I was gonna do actually something resembling Insanity, just with a lot more equipment. This is one of the plans that I had. I was gonna bring out the smallest equipment I could find onto Lone Oak and just have like 10 or 12 tractors and have like 6 work in the field at once. Which I think would have been a really cool visual, but I don't know how it would have done as a series. And I don't think I want to try that, ever. Just because trying to manage multiple Courseplay is a pain. You did feel 45 at the start of comment? I mean, I know you could. I'm not saying that it's impossible. It's definitely something very possible, as I'm proving on the West Coast. Which, by the way, I will do probably Insanity tomorrow. Actually, possibly Insanity tomorrow on the West Coast. Like, you can do any map with any equipment. It's just really a time consideration that you've got to take. How much time do you want to spend doing something? Because if you don't mind how long it takes, well, you could do this with the world's smallest harvester. There's one on... what's it called? Mod Central that is, I think, 2 or 3 meters wide. You could do this field with that. It would take you hours, but you could do it. I would do something else right now, but I really don't know what else there's to do. There's autosave kicking. See you, Ben. Enjoy the rest of your day. I think the service I get my weather from is a bit wonky because it's now saying it's 25 degrees, which probably sounds a bit more correct. Try mid-range equipment. No, the Insanity Challenge is supposed to be like the silliest equipment possible. And I always find that really small equipment I'm using for Insanity just doesn't fit on any map ever. Which is why I'm using it. In fact, the next Insanity stream I do, I will be decreasing the size of the equipment. Because of the Classics pack, Farming Classics. I should show my love for Witchy. Why? Oh, Crumble's doing Insanity Light on Lone Oak. Today's one of those days where I wish I had a fan, because there's, like, I said there was a breeze, it's now stopped, and it's kind of frustrating. Or is it just blowing in the wrong direction to go in through my window? If I said working horses, that'd be insanity. I'd love that, actually. I'd honestly love if workhorses came in. Okay, Witchy. I think if everybody blew it once, I might get maybe asthma or something. I do have... Aha! A little CD that I can use as a fan. All this is doing is pushing hot air into my face. This is maybe not the best. Oh no, it's... Hey, this is kind of working. Granted, it now means that I'm going to have to wave a CD beside my face for a while. Yeah, that's not going to work. I need to get like a hand fan or something. Oh well. I'll just continue on. Agriculture to 33 Vincent, or Vincent. Thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Welcome to your stay. Hello, Tom. Oh, mine's full. I only cheated money to get like the starter equipment in together for myself. I think if you blew, you'd pass out. Yeah, it is punishing temperatures the last few days, to say the least. I'm kind of enjoying the temperatures in a way, because like I find that I'm not. I could stream for multiple hours longer than usual. And all I'd need to do would be like go down and fill my bottles of water again. Because usually one of the things that limits the length of the streams is I get hungry. And when I get hungry, I get hangry, and that's not good. That was awesome. You want to really take your time with it? I totally would if I didn't think that people would get bored of it after a while. In terms of videos, if I was using small equipment. Plus, I want an excuse to roll out my entire John Deere fleet. I've not had an appetite for like a week now. It's amazing. I'll eat like it. I'd be genuinely happy if I had like a sandwich for tea tonight, for dinner. Like yesterday I had 9 chicken nuggets from McDonald's and I was really happy. Because, well, I love McDonald's chicken nuggets actually. I didn't have 9, I had 10 because McDonald's screwed up, I just remembered. Because I opened it up, counted the nuggets, and I was really pleased because I got an extra nugget. Guys, just a reminder, by the way, that Landy isn't going to be live for the next 2 weeks. If you see anything from Landy Kid Live, that'll be him having stream archives scheduling up on his archive channel, Landy Kid Live. So, I know this is going to happen, but try not to shout and chat that Landy is live, because he's going to... I know what time he's planning on putting those archives up, and people will get confused. I think the intention is to confuse people. Just Heston Baling, Straw and Oakfield. I'm going to use the Crone baler on here, because I really like how it works. So they only did 4, 6, and 10. They do 4, 6, and 9. Did I just go really nasally there? Because I was rubbing my nose. Yeah, I go... Wow, I go really nasally when I do that. That is amazing! Ground control to Major Tom. They're begging me hot food. I don't want hot food. I don't want hot anything. I want ice to be poured onto me. Glengar just walks into me blocking my nose. No, they do 4, 6, and 9. 9 is like the adult meal. 6 is the, well, it's the adult large meal, I guess. 9 is the adult bleh meal, or 6 is the adult kind of medium meal, and then 4 is the happy meal. But occasionally in the 9 nugget box you get 10 nuggets because they've miscounted. Hello, Glengar. Where's face cam? Turned off. Number 1, because I screwed up everything and really need to... I'm talking about McDonald's nuggets. Yes, the greatest chicken nuggets known to fast food people. Webcam's turned off because number 1, it's way too hot and I'm trying my damnedest to keep cool. And number 2, I accidentally screwed up some stuff when I was turning it off, and I need to basically reseat a bunch of stuff once I start turning it back on. You can get a $20 in the UK. I want to go to the UK. I would literally just get chicken nuggets from McDonald's. Couldn't trust that 10th nugget. It was the most delicious nugget. Hello, Leaky. The extra nugget you get from McDonald's occasionally is the best chicken nugget because it's the free one, and everybody knows free things taste better. As a little kind of life hack, if you go to McDonald's, don't order 6 nuggets if you want like freshly cooked ones. Get the 9 nugget meal because they have to be cooked to order. Russia just beat Spain on penalties. Spain would have been my next guess to win the World Cup, but I think Russia are rigging it somehow. Glengar, you misspelled it. That's supposed to say England's going home. You get 60 nuggets and you buy them in Iceland. Yes, but like then you don't cook the nuggets correctly and they're not as nice as McDonald's nuggets, and then you feel bad and you could have just got McDonald's nuggets. It would have cost more, but you would have got better chicken nuggets. I don't even care about football, but I love jumping on the England are bad at football bandwagon. If you want fresh fries, ask for also. Yeah, there's a few little hacks you can use at McDonald's, kind of life hacks. Like asking for more nuggets, asking for something to be left out of a burger, or left out of your order. You will get it cooked to order, so you will get nice fresh food. Like, for example, if you don't want the... I don't know if they still can do this. If you don't want the gherkin in the burger, the little pickle at the bottom, you can ask for it without, they have to cook you a burger without it. Matthew, here's the thing, is you can ask for the fries without salt, and then ask for sachets of salt, so you can salt the fries yourself. It's just a way of getting 100% freshly cooked fries. Like that. That's the way that you kind of beat McDonald's, is you ask for something without something, and then you ask for the thing that you asked for the thing without. You know, McDonald's had A. Oh dear. Yeah, that's not good for food services. Never mayonnaise because you ate it. It's personal preference there. I love mayonnaise myself. I didn't for a long time, but I like it now. Yeah, I love the weird logic that you can have ordering food in different restaurants. It's like, oh, can I have a burger with no ketchup? Also, can I have some ketchup, please? Just to ensure that you get a freshly cooked burger. Can I have, can I have French fries? Can I have A large fries with no salt. Also, can I have some salt, please? You got 20 bucks for eating a full jar of... Okay, that I wouldn't do, farming man. Sausage and egg McMuffins. Oh my god, they're delicious. I haven't had one of those in... Oh, how long is it? 6 years? I graduated in 2012. It would have been 6 years since I've last had a sausage and egg McMuffin. Maybe a bit less, but... Last time I can work out was 6 years ago. You know of anything that's edible? I mean, that's one way of living your life, I guess. It's probably quicker to do this than tap. That works too, GD. That's maybe a bit wasteful. Even in BulletBill, we're talking about food because Crumble's here and everything's just evolved. Where did I park the truck? Oh, it's over in behind those trees. See, I'm doing America correctly. Instead of unloading directly into the truck, I'm unloading into an auger wagon that then drives over to the truck to unload. Trying to figure out if I could courseplay this to do the unload combine, then unload into something else. Or an overload, of course. I think that's what it's called. There we go. Oi, unload you get. Hey, look, that actually looks legit for once. Instead of it flying through the side of the trailer. You don't go on McDonald's. McDonald's is okay. That's the truck full. Now for stage 3 of the combine unloading process. I'm dragging the trailer through the John Deere because I've parked horribly. And getting it up to the yard. Oh, the truck is struggling. You don't need MR when you throw enough weight into the back of these things. Best place to go is your local chipper. I'm 100% with you there, Team CC. If you want good, freshly made food, go to your local takeaway. What series is this? Realistic? No, this is just me playing Lone Oak. It was gonna be a roleplay, but then I realized the character's voice that I had for it was really dumb. And actually quite annoying. Oh, stop, 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 stop. Did I... Download or activate the other trailers at all? No. Forgot to do that. I'll have different trailers this next time I play this map, because I just remembered that I meant to download a different set. Donor kebabs! Paul, organ donation isn't supposed to work that way. The 8 hours finished work apparently, which is awesome. Save you inhaling the straw. I don't mind the silo capacity. Like, if I want to expand the capacity, I'll just throw down silo extensions. Like, I don't see why people are complaining. Just turn on cheat money or use a money cheat or some description and just plop down some silo extensions. Problem solved. Or, like Lingar said, just use the sheds. I'll just stop the driver there. I'll come back to that in a bit. I'm streaming this map out just like... You mean you've not played it yet, Biz Rebellion? Even I've done off-camera work on the... or done some off-camera play on this map. I never do that. Pick a Baling, set up some more map for you to use. John Deere 24T and the car trailer UAL spec from the Fleagle DPW pack. Yeah, here's the thing, Bills. Once you make an American map, you get the people who just want the scale and not the realism. So there'll be people who are using 60, 70, 80, 90 foot wide headers and 50 meter cultivators and 73 furrow plows and balers with bales that have 10,000 liter capacity or something like that, and they want the scale of farming, but they don't actually want the realism. That's a subset of the community that that's fine. You do you. But I much prefer having maps that feel realistic and have detail and have believable numbers behind them. Yeah, GD, that was kind of amazing that you managed to get that glitch. Like a bale storage at the sheep farm. Let me just go over to the sheep farm real quick. Where's the sheep farm? Oh. What's wrong with this shed that they don't want to use it for bales? Do they have something against this shed? Do they have something against maybe... let's have a little gander around the area here. There's something against using a shed somewhere else to store stuff. That shed doesn't open. Yeah, maybe plopping a shed down Now there's a placeable area in one of these places. I think it's Lone Wolf calls a placeable area. But they have something against, like, putting bales somewhere else and transporting them as they need them. Because that's the way that I'd do it if I felt there was insufficient storage. Is just store the bales elsewhere. Well, if it'll run okay. If it doesn't, James, it's down to you. Yeah, I mean, all those complaints, I can think up really easy solutions for them. It's just, maybe do something that, maybe think about how you're playing and do it differently slightly. Because I get that people want to be lazy. Yeah, that's the most fun bug. I had save game 1 like that for an age. Like, I'm not saying ignore all the constructive stuff, but I think that shed there's plenty of room for bales to be stored in. And if that's not good enough for you, then maybe store the bales elsewhere and get a... just... I don't know, bring them down on a small trailer or something? Like, some of the complaints are solved by just changing playstyles a bit. If you're that rigid in your playstyle that you don't want to do that... It's usually Goldcrest Paul that causes that glitch, and I don't know why. But it's usually Goldcrest that manages to eat its way into another save game. And it's usually save game 1. That will work too, Crumble. That shed's plenty big. Was Goldcrest. I'm guessing it was also save game 1. Hello, Dr. Frexes. What's the glitch? It's a rare one. Save game 3. Interesting. It's a rare one. I've had it once. And GD's had it now once. Very, very rarely. Goldcrest will inexplicably corrupt a save game. There's no way to know when this is gonna happen. There's no way of preventing it. But the only way you can fix it is by deleting the save file itself, the actual entire save game folder from your farm sim folder. And what happens is it decides that it's Goldcrest. It decides whatever map you're on, it's Goldcrest. It has a vehicles XML from a previous Goldcrest Valley save. It has all of the Goldcrest fields there in whatever state that your Goldcrest Valley save was in. And it will just ignore what map you're supposed to be on. It will say it will claim this Goldcrest Valley, but you'll be on the other map. I've had it where it wasn't Goldcrested to me, actually. It was Chellington. Sometimes, and it was Chellington. And sometimes I think it's caused by you having a zip of that same name and the game gets confused. So I had Goldcrest open at one point and it was Chellington Fields with crops everywhere and Chellington vehicles everywhere. It's a very odd glitch. It is just incredibly weird. And the first time you get it, you're like, what the hell has just happened? Because you can save a perfectly good game. And then come back in the next day and it suddenly decided that you're on the same map, but all the fields and everything are from a different map entirely. Only half. That's actually half a gig for a map. I remember back in FS15 when 525 megabytes was suspiciously small for a map. Like, you'd be downloading a map for FS15, and you'd be saying, this map's only 500 meg, what's wrong with it? How empty is this map gonna be? Because it's really small. See you, Grumble. How big is a slot on console build, do you know? Is this glitch only on PC? Yes, I don't want to try and figure it out and corrupt more save games, but I think it's if you've got a zip folder of the same name in there. Varies per mod. Okay. Hey, PCG. Because like that's the big thing, is like consoles have slots, which is silly, but I can understand why. And it just boggles my mind to think that you know, the only way you can get around modding on console is to very heavily limit how many mods a player can even have. Mod up maps have to be under 756. Wait. Do I pay for my merch to be advertised? What do you mean? Like Nightbot spamming the link? No. I pay, and having spent about 10 minutes or about 30 seconds setting up that Nightbot command and the Nightbot loop, but that's about it. Hey KS Vlogs, how you doing? I find it funny, and I'm not going to name names, but I've seen a few people with this complaint. I find it funny when modders who have been around for a while complain about testing procedures. And say, oh, the testing is just to prevent me from getting my mod out because blah 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 blah. You know, reasons. I am the best. It's like, no, the testing is to make sure you actually release a good mod. And so you don't get spammed with a million complaints. This Combine is really good. I downloaded for Lono thinking, oh, this will be fun to play with for a bit and I'll get bored of it because of the deer. No, this is actually a really good Combine. It's not quite as good as the Lexions, but it's really good. Do I pay for my merch to be on the website? Oh, to be on Spreadshirt? They take a percentage of every sale. They give me a percentage of every sale. So yes, I do kind of pay for it, but they pay me, I guess. It's a weird system. I compare mods to the best one that I know of in whatever category it is. So Combines will all be compared to the Alexion pack that I just spam everywhere because that is the best Combine for Farm Sim. No, that's the truck, not the tractor. If you're lurking, say hi and hit the like button and subscribe and all those good, delicious, beautiful things that are tasty, like chicken nuggets from McDonald's. Hey, Seam, how you doing? I believe it's heat printed GT. No, because I'm the 46th most downloaded mod already. After, what, 3 days? Yeah, those Lexions are just the absolute... At this point, they're the gold standard for Combines. The T-Dubs, although you could claim the modern classics, would be the the gold standard for tractors. And then for maps, it's almost personal preference. Does embroidery. Good luck finding that, because that would be very expensive, almost prohibitively so. And this combine, this John Deere for a beta has very few issues. During the warm weather in the islands, very nice scene. It's cooling down today. It's only, say only 25-ish degrees Celsius. So it's down by about 3 degrees from the, well, it's down by about 5 degrees from the highs of 30. I'm still melting, not as much. It's getting closer to a temperature where I'm more comfortable, but the problem is, as the stream goes on, I get hotter because my PC heats up, and that gives out heat, so I heat up more as the stream goes on, which isn't fun. Your FPS tanks when you go near these. I might have to open this thing up in GE then. See how many poly he has. You've been enjoying the pool life. Very nice. Face cam tomorrow. I don't know. Probably not if it's... Because the heat is supposed to stay for like another week. Is the forecast. Is it's supposed to be really hot still for another week or so. And then kind of cool off. These actual ones, designs come off, who else don't you have? It's down to quality, like Spreadshirt tend to have really high quality t-shirts, so well, Spreadshirt tend to have really high quality, just full stop. Like I bought the Thermos off Spreadshirt and it's really, really good. It's actually a really expensive design for what it is. And I mean, like, the way that it's made is expensive. I think it's actually worth every penny you pay for it. Which is surprising, because I commonly say that, like, Spreadshirt has artificially inflated prices for reasons because nice haymaking weather, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with the prettiest mods build, I think, is like they look so pretty because they've got too many polys. there's a reason they look really good. That said, I play Farm Sim on slightly lower settings than I could, so it's good. It's more to ensure FPS stability than anything else, and that I can use these mods that maybe aren't the best optimized. So almost done with the wheat harvest. So guys, what do you? Here's a question. Let's say about my maps. Oh dear. Here's a question for you guys. Of the brands that are confirmed for FS19, so get rid of the class ideas, Kubota, whatever. Of the brands that are confirmed in FS19, what equipment would you like to see the most from those brands? So would you like to see a John Deere Windrower? Would you like to see an S690 Combine from John Deere? Would you like to, like me, and this is my personal suggestion, would you like to see a Big M420? A 400 series Big M from Chrome, which is confirmed for FS19, unlike Class, Mika. I'd like to see like a Big M2 or a 420. They are I think, conspicuous in their absence from Farm Sim at the moment. Everybody's just suggesting different deers. No, stop, you get... JD Moko. Moko wouldn't be a bad idea. Peston Bale will be 2190. Pestons, I think might come in. I think conventionals are kind of out. That Auger Wagon. I mean the one that I'm using that's already in-game equipment. Plunger and Crone Round Balers. Big M Deer Harvester. GD, I'm actually with you there. I'd love to see like a John Deere zero turn, like a little zero turn mower, because that's something that's kind of missing from FS17. Like small ride-on mowers are just missing from FS17 entirely, and that's it's a bit of a shame in my eyes. Get out of the way. JCB Lola, that'd be nice to come in, yeah. Let's get the tractor first, because I need to unload. Vernon Tower, we have to have it. Possibly. Fendt 1050, that needs to be in at this point. John Deere compact tractor would be nice indeed. There's JD zero turn for FS17. That's a bad mod though, John. I'm talking like official Giants made content. JCB 4000. And yeah, I'd like to see an expansion of JCB in general. Smaller machines would be nice. It would, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I'd love to see Farm Sim going a bit smaller again. Are all the DLCs from FS17 going to be in FS19? More or less. Barring straw, with the exceptions of Straw Add-on and the Modern Classics. They're being held by Giants as third parties, so they won't be guaranteed. And some of them just won't be in the game 100%. There's going to be exceptions made and stuff like that happening. So don't expect to see like the entirety of the Big Bud Pack in FS19. Can this fit into this shed? Ooh, can this fit into this shed? Can this fit? Oh. Wonder how much of the FS shop is going to be green and yellow. I'm going to guess it's going to be about as much as is Massey Ferguson at the moment. Like, I think John Deere will bring pretty much their full range to the game. They, you know, they're in it now. They'll want to go in big. They'll want to prove their prowess as the biggest agricultural brand in the world. And they're going to want to have a lot in there. Where can you get that rhino? Google rhino rig. And just pick a website. What is... Oh god, the ground glitch is happening again. Something's broken the terrain. Ah, I'm approaching this from the rocks. That would be a perfect little parking spot for a Profi hopper. Almost under Fahrenheit there today. Yeah. Not jealous. What I'm going to do before I do the baling though is I'm going to just clean up this field a bit. Sledge clamp leaking at the main farm. Hasn't Landy been using that clamp? Landy's been using that clamp and he's been using a big butt to clamp it and he's not had any issues. I wonder, Bill, if the issues that people are having with that clamp are because they're accidentally breaking the tip calls by unloading too close to the edges. This sounds like dance music from the early 2000s. No, I don't like it. English map in the base game. Never gonna happen, Sam, and I don't want it to happen. As nice as many people think it would be, it would not be a British map. You would all complain that the fields are too square, there's no hedges, it's too open, it's too flat, it's too wide, it's too big, it's too this, it's too that. It just wouldn't happen. Because the way Giants make maps is a very specific way to suit kind of everybody and a more arcadey style play. So you don't want to see Giants making a British map because you don't get... You know, you think you do. And I thought I did for... Okay, I thought I did for a while. But then I realized, look at the Giants maps, look at all of them kind of as a whole. You'll find that they have Giants map characteristics. Square fields, wide open, very little actual small details and clutter. Big wide open yards with lots and lots of room. And you'd complain about that if somebody made a British map like that. What I'd love to see Giants do, and it's not yet confirmed that it won't happen, so I'm holding out hope, and I'm pretty sure BulletBill is going to agree with me here, because he knows what I think he knows what I'm about to say.
Could you make field deaths a bit easier to do, please? Because they're currently hell.
That's like the one big thing I want Giants to do. It's just fix how field defs work. The assets would be nice. If they released just an asset pack for the UK and said, we're not gonna make a full map, but here's some assets we made for you guys. Go ham. I'd be fine with that. And I'd like to see Irish equipment, British and Irish equipment coming in. But not necessarily a full map. Leave that to BulletBill, leave that to Oxton David, leave that to Lancey Boy, leave that to Dusty Dave, leave it to Nathan, leave it to, I guess, me to a certain extent, even though I'm never going to release a map. But I'm going to try. Leave it to the map makers, leave it to the modders, because the community knows what the community wants. And the community doesn't want a Giants map for the UK. That much I can guarantee you. And sometimes, here's the thing that I've noticed. Sometimes, like, people say, oh, I want this in Farm Sim. And they actually mean something else, but they say what they think they want. Like with really tight maps, I always say, no, people don't actually want super tight maps, they want more clutter. They want the map to feel tighter, but maybe not necessarily actually be tighter. Because they'll complain as soon as it's too tight. And if you clutter a map just right, people won't notice that it's maybe a bit more wide open than they think they want it to be. A McLaren Honda! These are things that I've noticed from, well, 3 or 4 years of doing YouTube. Is like, people quite often will say they want something, but actually want something else. Let's see. I didn't see that! Dengar, why did you not tell me this before? I didn't see this. More realistic slide clamps so you can get the slide setting straight like in real life. That would be an optimizational nightmare, Seam. No, TMCC, this is more recent. If Glengar's saying he's back working on them. This is something that's happened within the last two days or so. He's working on them again. For those of you that don't know and are wondering why I'm suddenly so happy and really like excited about that, I'm a big Abbey Machinery fanboy. It's the only brand that I will fanboy over because it's from near me. It's my local machinery brand. So I feel like I'm okay fanboying over it. It's also the brand that I'll see the most often out in real life. Is like, if I see a slurry tanker, odds are it's Abbey. Even like muck spreaders, they're usually Abbeys around here because everybody kind of has that same opinion as well. It's local. It's easy to buy because you can just go to the factory and say, "Hey lads, could you build me a thing? Could you like do this for me, please?" Better support for key bindings. Here's something that I didn't know. And it's why there won't be many new features for console, or well, no, many more keybind features or keybound features. There are no keybinds on console that are free. Every single key combination on console is gone. Seasons took the last two. And I think a 1300 gallon. 1100's a bit too small, I think. So let's get some baling done. I know before somebody complains this is a European made baler, but they are in the United States. Look up Unlonely Farm if you don't believe me. And Krone are kind of becoming big in the US, from what I've been seeing and hearing. They're kind of pushing into the US market a bit more of late. And believe it or not, some people in the United States of America do have Big M mowers, so even me using the Big M mower is kind of American-ish. But I do have a plan to use a different mower that is a bit more American. A bit more America for my America. I only need an 8530M OLF. I'd like to see more US style equipment and more US specs. I'd like to see kind of above anything else a US option for forestry. I'd like to see like John Deere forestry equipment come in, because I know that's commonly used in the US. It's more commonly used than the stuff that's in there, or the Ponzi stuff, because America and John Deere. And I would like to see some industrial John Deeres come in. Mulch business. I mean, I guess. There's a few things that I'd like to see come in, but I don't know if they will. Like orchard farming, that'd be amazing. Maybe what I kind of like to see in a way is an expansion of the greenhouse mechanics. What John Deere harvester do I have? I've got the John Deere S Series Combine from Custom Modding on Facebook. Go over to their Facebook page, Custom Modding on Facebook. You can download it there. It's apparently also on ModHoster, but I prefer to promote the Custom Modding Facebook page because that's where it was originally downloaded or uploaded by Custom Modding. Oh, that's kind of nice actually. I got a drip of water down my chest. I was taking a drink just there. Oh, that's actually really nice. That's nice and cooling. You're very welcome, Stian. Thank you, Glengar, for the custom modding link to their Facebook. Hello, Tobias. I've heard, Paul, there's not going to be any new crops in FS19 other than what's been announced. A Nickerson farm convert? No thanks. I get that some modders prefer no testing, but I genuinely prefer mods that are tested because they're slightly better. Like Mod Hoster, you end up having 16 different versions because the modder keeps finding bugs. But in FS UK, you get maybe at most 3 versions of a mod, and usually those versions are because the modders decided to do an update that improves something and not try to fix bugs. See you, GD. Is this a multiplayer server? No, I genuinely hate multiplayer with a passion, Tobias and Farmson. There is, to my knowledge, one server I would actually go on. There's one server that I would actually play on at Farmson. Of all the hundreds of thousands of millions of servers that exist, there's only one that I'd actually bother playing on. There's been a new map released on FS UK. I feel sorry for whoever made that map if it's an American map. What's it called, team? I know I'm welcome anytime, but I've got a habit of getting bored and doing stupid stuff, so I don't want to ruin the server. But it is the only one that I would actually play on. Bill knew which one I meant. Frontier server is just... I love looking at the... Like, I know I don't go on there. I love looking at the multiplayer room that's hidden away on the Frontier Discord because some of the stuff on there is just so adorable. The, like, for sale signs and the farm sales. That's genuinely just like, that's really adorable. That's how servers should be run, is like, yes. Is it on 144 hours? Good lord. There's no new map. Oh, is it the V2 of Dale's Farmers map? Which I strongly recommend if you want a new British map at the moment. I recall looking at that from the Mod Mania contest that FSUK hosted. And that was genuinely an impressive map. And now that he's got some of the bugs and rough edges smoothed out, give it a download and try it out if you want a UK map. Blackthorn, yes, that's the one. I don't usually like promote maps that I'm not playing at the moment, but that is a really, really good map, and you should download it. It is. BulletBill was telling me while the contest was going, it's Dale's Farmer's first map, and for first map, it is. I'm gonna say it's about the same kind of quality BulletBill managed with Cobra. For his first map, so there's a lot of potential from Dale's Farmer if he decides to continue mapping into the future. It's a map that feels like it's in like 4 different places at once, but it doesn't feel confused. Could somebody actually link? Yeah, could one of the mods link Blackthorn? Because I'm promoting the crap out of it, and I noticed there's no link available. Could one of the mods do that, please? Thank you, Glingar. It is a map that I'm turning into Landy. It's a map that I'd strongly recommend if you want a UK map. I'm actually really enjoying Lono because I've wanted a good American map forever. Part of the reason I've not done many American maps is because I always find fault with the American maps that are out, and I know that a lot of people don't tend to enjoy American maps too much because of the square field issue. Granted, NLD do some... Landy's got us brainwashed into saying mops. I'm Landy while he's... Oh god, does that mean I gotta be super... Well, I am super cynical about everything. Oh, does that mean I'm not allowed to laugh during the streams anymore? Because Landy doesn't laugh. Why is the baler? I've run out of twine! I've run out of bale twine! That's never happened to me before with this baler! 3 or 4... Oh, I've just unloaded some straw in the wrong place entirely. Did I reset the bale twine last night? Because I did a few things off camera last night and I can't remember if I removed the bale twine or not. Ah, I didn't! Right. Plan! That was Z, not... I have a plan. Because we have to stop bailing now because I've run out of twine. Because some idiot wasn't paying attention. Slightly grumpy, bored tone in my voice. See, if I do that, I just sound really bored all the time. I tend to mutter when I'm grumpy and bored, so it's maybe not the best idea. Because like I could talk like this all day. It's very easy. It's no stress being put on my voice. But I prefer talking like this because it's a bit more fun, a bit more bright and airy and delicious. It's that empty. I have a plan. I have a plan for bale twine. It is good plan. Will not go wrong. 102% guarantee of being correct. If I can get trailer into shed. Trailer, go into shed, please. Go into shed, not against shed. Into shed. Shed, trailer, shed. Sergey came out for a second there. How am I doing today? I'm doing good, Travis. Thank you very much. How are you doing? Will Russia win the World Cup? I think Russia will win the World Cup. I think Russia will win everything. Russia won US election. Russia won Brexit referendum. Russia win everything. I maybe shouldn't have gone into the that kind of thing, but it was a joke, so don't take it personally. Do not be offended by my jokes. Long that hard. We're not used to this yet, Paul. Hi, be calm. Hakuna your tatas. Now we're at Eustace's. What were you saying, Steve? You know, there's a part of me that wants to, and this shows my OCD at times. There's a part of me that wants to remaster this, the texture of the barbed wire and get rid of the teeny tiny white spots because they always annoy me. I know they're not visible when you're passing it, like, but it's just something that I always know is there, and it irks me. Cultivar I'm using. I am using the Courseplay from the Big Bud DLC. Hello, Ethan. How are you doing today? Am I the only one that's annoyed by those tiny little white specks? Like, that is a genuine question. Because it does actually just annoy me very much. Knowing that it's there. Doesn't matter, I can't see it when I'm passing by like this. I know it's there. I know it's there teasing me. It'll be updating the script to include Lonok. And then I will be installing it because I plan on having many things in those in the sheds at the main yard. Oh, it's got the wheel bug. Come on. Right, let's turn on the money cheat and just spam buy some bale twine because apparently I'm gonna need a lot of it. Bale twine. There we go, that should be enough. I bought one too many. Can these stack on top of each other? No. Haha! I am a genius. Oh, that didn't work at all. Wrong side of the road. To be fair, if I need more baling twine than this, I think I've got problems. Could you imagine seeing this thing driving down the road? Just a truck full of bale twine heading to just the... I may have killed somebody. Heading to just the one farm. Yesterday's stream will go live on the channel at 6 AM tomorrow morning, because I dropped up on timings, and yesterday's or the day before yesterday's stream only went live at noon today because I forgot dates. Yeah, I've seen so many US players saying, "Oh my god, it feels just like home," and that's kind of the perfect reaction to any map. Like, you might notice I've been saying this about Shamrock Valley. Like, Shamrock Valley reminds me of this place, or this place, or this place, or this place. That's a map that you need to play. When you feel like it's homely, and feel like it's familiar, and feel that familiarity, that's a map you need to play because you're gonna have a personal connection with it. Hello, Lone Wolf. The Irish community will react by saying, "Where in Ireland is this supposed to be?" I know this right now. What's this load? Baling twine. Lots and lots of baling twine. I forgot to honk at Eustace. There we go. That should be enough bale twine to see us through for a little while at least. I didn't think I'd ever need to refill the baler. Like, I thought, oh, 190 bales, that's quite a lot. No, I made most of the 190 bales yesterday, didn't I? With this mess. I need to, like, free up the other side of the shed to get more bales in. Object too heavy. Well, isn't it great that I have a solution to this problem? In the form of an actual forklift. Look at me! I'm actually coming up with solutions to problems before they exist. You should all be afraid. I'm thinking ahead for once. Granted, this forklift is a bit glitchy at times, so I gotta be a bit careful with it. Straw add-on, yes. Because I do quite like how the balers work with straw add-on. I really love the textures. Like for me, this is the star of the show. Well, straw add-on is the textures the bales have. Like, they look like bales. They look like properly bales. I kind of hope that... What? Yes, thank you for finally realizing physics wasn't on your side there. See ya, Paul. Yeah, the straw add-on bales look like bales. Can I show you my video settings? No, because that would require me to come out of game. Mostly everything's everything's kind of medium settings to high. I've got the shadows turned down a bit because they tend to be a bit weird and sap FPS quite a lot. But mostly everything's kind of quite high up on the scale. You say they mostly use no-till. This is true, but you do need to periodically plow even with no-till. Just to break up the sod a bit. So, just seed no need to plow before. Yeah, I mean, I kind of wish you could tell the game like how often you want to have to bale with the periodic, or baling, how much you want to have to plow, or how often. It's a bale ratio for square bales for power food for cows. For power food, you want 1-to-1 silage and hay. That is power food. That's all you need. You do not need the straw. The straw you can throw in at the end as filler just to get a bit of extra power food for your power food, but you don't need it. It's not 100% necessary. So if you're min-maxing, you want to make for the 16,000 litre mixer wagons, which is what I've got, you want 2 bales of hay and 2 bales of silage. And that's about it. That's all you need. And that's power food. The straw is just for bedding. And that's the way that it is in real life. Straw in real life is just used for... well, there's two reasons straw is used. Number one is as a filler. Number two is just to kind of get it to all clump a bit more. You know, it's used to get it to stick together a bit more because silage isn't very sticky, hay isn't very sticky, but you mix the two and kind of crunch them up with some straws, well, it suddenly becomes a lot stickier. And commonly you'd have like grain in there as well in real life and stuff like that, but it's not the way Farm Sim wants to work for whatever reason. So we're up to 201 bales on the map already. If we were on console, I'd have to start selling bales off now to even make some more. I believe the bale limit on console is 200. See you, Witchy. And I'm going to finish up at 7 o'clock, by the way, because I want to just chillax for a bit after the stream. Do some iRacing and stuff. And figure out what the plan for foods is tonight. So I'll be finishing at 7, so in about 10 minutes time I'll be calling it a day. And Landy won't be streaming, but well, because he's getting ready for camping. He's not leaving until tomorrow morning. About 8 AM UK and Irish time. But yeah, he's got to get ready today. Today is their preparation day. Did you miss the harvest? Yes, you did, Oklahoma, I'm afraid. Got this field fully harvested. We've had to get a literal truckload of spare baling twine because apparently we didn't have enough, which I didn't think would ever be a thing with a 180 bale limit per bunch of twine, but still. What did I think of the F1? I think I didn't see it. I don't go out of my way to try and watch Formula 1 anymore. Like, if it's on, it's on. If I can catch it, I can catch it. But I don't go out of my way. It's not something I'm overly pushed to watch. If you're enjoying the stream, by the way, though, hit the like button. I'm aiming for 50 likes. I don't know how close we are, but we got 67 people watching right now, apparently. And if you're really feeling fat and sassy and delicious and enjoying the stream, you can hit that sub button too. I think BulletBill might shout at you for that, scene. Because I know Bill has a habit of not watching the races live. So I didn't mention the result. I know the result. But I didn't want to mention because I know BulletBill usually can't watch the races live. And he does enjoy Formula 1 somehow. I'm more of an endurance racing kind of guy. I like watching Le Mans and the Porsche 919 Evo demolishing the Nürburgring lap record. Good lord, that was an amazing lap to watch. But yeah, I'm more of an endurance racing kind of fan. I like open wheelers like when I'm in racing games to drive because I find them really fun and interesting, but I prefer watching sports cars. Very fast and bumpy, yeah. Less bumpy than the 611 though. This I've learned over the last day or so. The track was actually resurfaced since 1983, so the track is a lot less bumpy. It's been resurfaced and reprofiled, and it's actually 10 feet longer than it used to be. So, because it's technically a different circuit now than it was in 1983, Stefan Belloff's lap record of the Nordschleife is still the lap record of the Nordschleife. and it cannot. It is impossible to beat because you cannot bring the Nordschleife back to the way it was in 1983, with being 10 feet shorter. So that's a thing. The 919 Hybrid holds the lap record for the current iteration of the Nordschleife that's 10 feet longer than in 1983, but that's about it. Belov also holds the racing lap record of a 6:13. I've heard their next stop is actually going to be Spa because they felt that the conditions they did their lap record in were not optimal, and they want to break their own lap record now. Probably because they've heard Formula 1 is actually going quicker this year at Spa, and they want to make a record that Formula 1 will struggle to beat. A little game over at the end. Oh, that was kind of adorable. That said, the 919 Evo doesn't actually adhere to any rule sets. It's more impressive the Formula 1 are going that fast. Fast enough to break the Spa lap record in possibly the race itself. Probably qualifying. And they're having to adhere to a rule set. The 919 Evo just has its own rules. They're hoping to go 139 at Spa. That's possible. If they push and they optimize boost usage on the... I forgot the name of the straight, but the big straight before... straight after Eau Rouge Radio, they should be able to get a 39. Especially if they optimize... pretty much they'll need to optimize the corners and boost usage in general. And the use of their weird DRS system they've got for some reason. I think the absolute fastest, by the way, you can ever go around Spa is going to be about a 130. I think there's not much time left on the track, and it's just going to be how fast can you get through Eau Rouge Radio, and up that straight will be what defines the lap record in the future. And how fast can you take Blanchimont? That'll define lap records going forwards. Is just sheer top speed. For Spa, at least. If I had more running, I'd have to use Big Boat, pretty much. Hello, Martin Blankespoor. How am I doing? I am doing very well. How are you doing, good sir? Talking about motor racing at the moment because it's one of my favorite subjects. One of my favorite things. It's kind of a hobby of mine, I guess, with iRacing. And I want to make up for the race I did last night at the Nordschleife where I crashed out because I was being an idiot and just missing my own braking points. You know those times Yanis might be able to relate and people who play racing games might be able to relate. We're going to go till 7. I'm going to just extend this a small bit to talk about this. But you know when you're going on a round lap and you miss your own braking point and you spear off into a wall or something? That's the most infuriating thing in the world. 2020 WEC season, something to look forward to. Have they confirmed that the 2019 cars will actually only start racing in 2020? Like the new spec cars after the super season, they won't actually start racing until 2020. No, they won't start racing until 2021, in fact. The quote-unquote 2020 spec cars, because they got to build them. What time is it here? It is just gone 7 o'clock. So I think now's a good time to end the stream. I'll finish this field off camera, collect up the bales, put them away off camera as well. Because you guys don't want to watch me bale second. You can watch that enough on the Insanity Challenge map. So I will leave you by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Lone Oak Farm. The first stream I did went live today at noon. If you want to do it or catch up and see my very first impressions of the map on the channel. A bit of chaos and me attempting bad roleplay. Because that was terrible. You can watch that right now. But I will leave you now. I'll be back tomorrow. Until then, stay safe. And goodbye.